Greetings, defenders of the ship. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Voidborn. Episode 30, a big old mess of Gore and Mechs. So the reason for all of this is so that we can stick a passenger shuttle here as a shuttle bay. And that will allow us to do trade. And I can even incorporate the shuttle bay. So if I create a plan for this, I can incorporate the shuttle bay with base coolers, right? Because the shuttle bay itself is going to be unroofed. So I can put the freezers in the to freeze the kitchen like that. And then freezers here to freeze the base. And then the rest of the shuttle bay will look something like that. And I think that works perfect. Once we have a little bit more progress done. And then we'll have a vac barrier at the start of the bay. And yeah, that's essentially a redesign once we have the materials acquired. These are venting the correct direction, yeah. That way we have our freezer, our ship's cooling, and the freezers hooked to the shuttle itself. I think that will be pretty efficient. Oh, what did I do? Ran out of power. Yeah, that's my fault. Let's turn off research. Oh, no, it's completely my fault. Here we go. That will fix it. My grav cores got disconnected because I moved my batteries. Genius level. Oof. Alright. At this point, what do we need? This is going to be moved up there. And I'm going to turn it off because we're not ready to use it at the moment. I'll put the light on the other side. So it's a much larger freezer, and I'm going to need shelving for that, but I'll probably phase out the granite shelves in lieu of marble so that the color theme of the entire ship keeps. So speaking of which, we are cutting marble. Let's go marbleize the new areas, including new bedrooms. Then sterilize the freezer. It's actually not a terrible idea to have a vac barrier to the back side of the here. Like, I actually don't mind that design as a concept. What do the archers inside my exterior doors do? So, the vac barriers, when a door is opened, it will let your oxygen out of the ship. And the vac barriers are like a perfect barrier for that. So it keeps our ship from being vacuumed. It's a little redundant, but it's a little safer as well. I like the update. I think it could use more turrets on the outside, but that will come in time. And the reason they can't be used as doors is they don't stop anyone from traversing the tile. So they don't work as doors. They only work as they block air, not people or things. They don't block bullets, they don't block animals, just air. And by extension air, that's also temperature. So I use them for the freezer because they're an air barrier, temperature barrier. Room above the new kitchen is very hot. I'll fix it in a second. I was just waiting to have the steel and components, which I don't exactly have. Stanley, you are a baseliner. Sorry, pal. You are pretty nice, but still not allowed. I mean, he was a pacifist. It's 2. So we are trying to rush to get the freezer frozen again. Sending Lisk to mine will help. So we need the materials for that. Yeah, great traits, blah, backstory. I agree. So the new freezer is almost ready. We need 3 components. I see. All right, Lisk. Components are the bottleneck for the new freezer, so let's mine them up. This bedroom is nearly ready to be inhabited. And I also need to run new cables because the cable network around here is like ridiculously wrong. Is there a way to see the Starjacks germline? It's the same as it is on the unstable branch. It's unchanged. I could show it to you, but it's the exact same as the default xenogerms for the unstable. Alright, freezer is good to go. Sweet. So the, we need new shelves in there, but, so these are going to cool down to 74. And then the heaters will go to like 66 and meet somewhere in the middle. Let's also start to clean up the conduit network, because it's disgusting. Cheers. And now we have a perfect spot for our shuttle. Once we have the steel to build it. Alright, power network looks pretty good. It's no longer a big old mess like it was. This bedroom is all set for Icy and Lisk. And then we'll get the other one ready for Gideon. Once it's tiled up, I don't want anyone going in and out, in and out, in and out, and pissing them off. Alright, we're out of steel for there, so we'll continue on this node. And Liz is getting more components, because I know there was a bottleneck. Once we're done flooring up the limestone, I will work on new shelves for the kitchen. But changing the home zone to be the entire ship, and then the inside the ship, we'll update that. That looks right. And then the entire ship, I'm going to be lazy and just paint the whole thing. Oh, that was the wrong direction. I'll be lazy and just paint the whole thing, and it will get auto-corrected next time we blast off. Old chimney spot is unroofed. Yep, let's fix the... right there. Thank you for that. Gideon, bedroom. You have a luxe bed. Well, it's mediocre, but still. It's pretty nice. Some of the things we could do is the corners have jade. They'll look a little ridiculous, but if we paint them white, they'll look less ridiculous. And therefore, it's still going to be airtight, or vac tight, but prettier. How many more dyes do I have? 24? Okay, that's fine. Sweet. The marble floors are almost done. Alright, meals. There. And then let's go ahead and move the extender here so that it's not in the way, because the extender doesn't need to go much further up, because up is not a problem. And then we're going to want to create a new shelf out of marble, and then phase out the granite ones. Yeah, this has been a real peaceful tile. Sure. Let's ignore the fact that I murdered the last Sanguophage that came our way. Just don't tell them about that. Alright, I think we have some uninstalled aux pumps. Or I thought I did. We're going to want to put the oxygen pumps in the bedrooms in case of like a depressurization. So copying these settings and then linking these together and pasting the settings, now we have marble meat storage. I like how they're just doing their own thing. We also managed to get marine armor. So I need a new research project. Hunter drones are going to be really helpful, I think. Oh god, we have so much more room. It's nice. So let's see. Shelf, 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 shelf. And then the rest of this space in here can be for butchery stuff. So lots of space for butchered animals. And then, come on, let me touch the light. No, light. No, light, light, light. Oh, ah. There. Put the light in the middle so it illuminates the whole thing. Oh, we got some hunters. Sang hunters. Okay. I forgot that there was the whole, like, they want me dead. I guess it's fine. What weapons do they have again? Frag grenades are a little annoying, but we'll manage. Lisk. Is there a way for me to make you... I'm gonna risk taking Wake Up. I could just doom them. Nope, Icy got pregnant. I was trying to avoid pregnancy, but I wasn't declining the possibility. So, I guess Roy is gonna have a sibling who's gonna be older than Roy. Oh, that's annoying. That's a lot of wargs. Yeah, I'm dooming them. Maybe maybe I won't save it. Where'd my rifle go? The aim assist bolty wouldn't be terrible. Where is my charge rifle? Unique weapon, where did you go? There it is. So it's weird that, like, Kit got berserked and just, like, kept running. Want to have shelf for weapons? I don't need one. Counter argument. All I have to do is search for it. Doesn't seem hard to do. Okay, turrets on. Let's get ready for the wargs. And then Gideon, activate the shields. So I don't know what's happening exactly with the Sanguophage. I guess that Sanguophage died because he got his brain destroyed. That's rough. But we are ready to respond with force here, and Icy's all set to join them. So the Vamp Hunters, I definitely berserked the right dude because he refused to die for a good long while. But the Hunters are done hunting. Probably not going to get my plasteel. Oh, they're fleeing. Okie dokie. All's well that ends well. Getting cheeky kills. Alright, so we got one vamp dead, one vamp being rescued. I'll dig some graves and bury them so that we can eat all the warg. This guy might not... Well, actually, we can... the other one had hemo packs, so we can make sure that this vamp can leave. We could have, like, hemo harvested ourselves, but that I didn't want to do unless I had to. So you're missing an arm, missing the other arm, missing a leg, missing both legs. I guess we'll give you peg legs. We'll name you Matt or Bob. But that was pretty easy. I didn't really do anything. Your brain got shredded. Oh god, your brain got shredded by a frag grenade and you're still alive. That's brutal. Alright, so the other thing we wanted to add down here, now that we're finally getting enough steel, is the passenger shuttle. That's the last piece of the equation. Wait, you're an impid? You were scared. You breathed fire and then you became scared of fire. That's hilarious. And hey, Gideon, can you put a hospital bed down? What a strange Sanguophage? Yeah, absolutely. Well, we will give peg legs as a with Icy as doctoring practice. And now we have a lot of stuff to hoover up. So I want to strip and bury them. I want to bury them. Once I bury them, I can get the hemopacks and actually help the other vampire bury them. So there's a lot to bury, but that all falls to Icy. Oh, look at what we get! Yeah, we're already getting the shuttle. I didn't think we had the components for it, but I guess we had never... Yep, they hadn't hauled that. Shuttle time. Oh, you bastard. Literally, he's a bastard. I don't think he has parents. 19 work left, he walks away. So if vampires are killed but with stakes, what if your legs are stakes? Pretty weird. Alright, Miss Icy. Bury, but before we bury them, I'll strip when we get close to the bury site. Yeah, I guess it's not in the heart. Oh god, you're gonna see the dead body despite the fact that I've taken precautions for you not to. Stop walking towards it! Alright. There we go. So now, the hemopacks can be... I think what I'm going to do is... Oh, wait, you're already healed. Holy hell. Okay, you are going to be administered hemogen once I have it hauled. No, don't consume it. Gross. You are death resting, though. So, like... Aren't you just going to be here for a long time? Also, I don't seem to be able to admin hemogen. Can I feed it to you? I don't even know how to give you hemogen. Oh, Icy's just doing it automatically. Alright. Because they're death resting, like, I'm not really sure I can prompt them to leave. Oddly. Oh, crap. Speaking of which, so these guys are prepare a while. This is definitely not a kind of raid I want to hang around for. So, Rylus, Lisk, Icy, Gideon. We're hauling in what we can as fast as we can so that we can get the hell out of here. Hey, Wasteland! Thank you for the message about the thing I wrote earlier this week about Yoda. I appreciate it. And thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out. Playing some Thief 2? Oh, is that the, like, really old one? Because if so, that's fun. Stockpile. So I'm gonna have a dumping stockpile here, and I'm gonna have to change this dumping stockpile at some point, but this is tainted armor. And for now, what I want to put is, let's see. Kenefrac Marine, Prestige, stuff that is tainted. And then, as far as armor goes, the things that I know have plasteel in it. Cool. Because I'd like to haul this stuff in to smelt it down before we have to bail. Alright, Icy, it's not time to sleep. Trying to get the last of the good stuff before we have to run from the mechs. There were components over... I think I can get them in time. Although we're getting hella close to the mechs. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. I don't want to get shot by legionaries. So, will Brooks get pissed if we abduct him? That's the next question. Because we need to launch. I hope he's not mad. Well, bud. I know you're a vampire, but I don't think you're going to be able to survive being grav nuked. Bye. So the plan originally was to hop to the ancient stockpile, but this ancient stockpile is on desert. So I think what I'm going to do is go to the boreal forest adjacent to it, just to be able to hunt some more, because we have a really large freezer now, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to top up my freezer before we go to a desert tile, taking advantage of that new freezer. So let's try to find one that has a good modifier. Ooh, Psychoid. It's tea time. Cheers. Oh, that coffee's hot. If only I was a Sanguophage, it wouldn't hurt so much. Alright. I know we're pretty low on steel still. Looks like there's uranium here. That's awesome. Let's do a search. So, ores. Whoa, there's a lot of silver. Big old note of silver and uranium. There's a lot of uranium. Uranium there, uranium. So there's tons of ores. Not a lot of compacted machinery. Probably just one pile of it. Okay. Let's see. You know, the profile of the ship kind of looks like a skate. I mean, the tail isn't as pointy. No, the animal skate. Like a horseshoe crab. It's kind of horseshoe crabby. Alright. A lot of the ores are... the nice ores are in the northeast. I don't think we're going to be here long enough to, like, get all of them. But I think what I'll do is I'll park the ship here so that the door bridges the land masses. How close are we to steel? That's not far. Landing time. Unfortunately, we didn't get the rewards from the Sanguophage host, but, like, whatever. It didn't really inconvenience me, and we ended up with, like, a boat full of wargs, so it could have been worse. And I think if I move the door to this here and the vent there, then we can get a third bench in there. And that's nice. So the current priority right now is still refuel. But this time around, I will actually cut some trees down for Lisk to allow us to refuel. And then I'll put the biofuel refinery here. Meaning that these power cells are going to have to move. Maybe I'll move all the power cells up to the front of the ship. Pilot area. Oh, they're... no, that would be a terrible spot for them, because that's where the dead power is. I guess technically they're kind of ugly, so I wouldn't want them to affect the beauty around our dining area. The same... Actually, the same is not true of the fuel optimizer, so never mind, I take that back. One thing I did not check, and it seems to be negatory, is whether or not we had marbles and natural tile, but there is... Oh, hello! Rude. 3 groups. And this is going to be a... I have to fight them. They are prepare a while, though, and it's all Scythers. Oops, all Scythers. Who's close to my... comms? Let's call in Calor, because Scythers are just not fun to fight. So, military aid, please. Oh, come on! My poor shit. Well, I guess that's free slag delivery, but for the love of God, could you aim better? Cheers. Moving ships didn't make quests fail. We didn't actually allow those Sanguophages to like meet and survive. Oh, really? During the Scyther fight, you guys are punching each other out? You're punching a pregnant woman. Like, what is wrong with you? Alright, let's fix what's wrong with you by psycasting, because that was stupid. Okay, unfortunately, the Scythers beat my... This is annoying. They beat my friendlies, and now I'm stuck having to solo Scythers in an overcast environment. Weak friendlies. Well, I guess we get free beer out of it. Maybe we can rescue one, we'll see. Good news is, if they do destroy my uranium turrets, we can replace the turrets pretty cheaply, because there's a lot of uranium on this map tile. But I'm not able to leave for another day and change, so it's not like I could flee. I'm trying to turn off the turrets so we don't lose them, but we'll see. Luckily, the water mass is working in my advantage for sure. And Gideon, you are inside. Good. We might actually be able to escape without too much damage here. Hey, Gid, get out of here and drop me a solar. No, don't go that way. Ooh, a stack of components. Yeah, we're gonna escape without any damage to the ship. So you are gonna be rescued by Gideon. There's only, I think, one Scyther left. God, who needs backup? Use your own gunners. Ta-da! Now, one issue that we're going to have is, I don't have chem-gens anymore. So if we do want to, we need to make sure that we're not consuming more power than we have. I did see that we had a cougar and a warg next to us. Fortunately, it didn't end up affecting us. but I was watching that. I was like, I wonder if it will take advantage of this. So we have a massive holes in our ship, which we'll patch. Luckily, it's pretty temperate outside right now, so it's not an urgent issue. And I realized we have not cleared the slag yet, so we'll just keep doing that. Do I even have a smithy? I do not. Good to know. Alright, so please don't punch each other right before a big fight. Thanks. So once we get around to breaking down these stelae, we should have plenty of material for the remaining shelves that we need. There's 3 grand stelae that we can break for granite, which is a lot. And then it's just a matter of getting a hell of a lot of chem fuel for the passenger shuttle. But once we have the passenger shuttle, our ability to do like high volume trades will be awesome. Alright, I no longer trust, like, a warg basically sitting at our door. And the cougar had the presence of mind to, like, move away, so we don't have to worry about the cougar. So, nothing here I'm gonna grab except for the beer, but I'm gonna grab the beer with Icy so that, no one else sees these dead bodies. I don't plan to... maybe I'll grab the meals. But nothing else. So it's a pretty weird design, but I kind of like the just you can go all the way through the dining or the kitchen that way. It's odd, but I like it. And there we go. All that marble. So we have a complete kitchen. It's not fully... Oh, it's not sterile because it just has filth. And the good news is, there's a lot of steps between the kitchen and the exit, the edge of the map. So it will prevent the buildup of filth, even though filth seems to be getting built up anyway. So I think it's time for us to drop a biorefinery here. And for that, we need components, which Lisk is going to need to source. I guess this is the closest? Put the butchery in the workshop. It causes a bunch of blood everywhere that we then have to clean up. So although we lose butcher tables every now and then to raiders that just like punch that stuff, I think I'm going to leave it out there. Anyway. The other thing you could do is to have like an inside island in your ship. Something like this, where you have, well, I'll demo it like this, where you have like the butcher table with like an open tile, so you butcher, you know, you're butchering and the blood just lands on like the ground. That's like another way to do it, but it's not, I'm not trying to solve it like that. I don't care as much. Oh, jellies. And a slave ship. I'm not sure there's much I have that would interest a slave ship, but I'll check. It is a spacer emporium, so we could gift them stuff for rep. Now all orbital traders are part of a faction, which is nice. So to that end, Ooh, I didn't realize my sniper rifle got damaged. Yeah, there's nothing that I care to do. Let's see if there's a... Oh, you're a dirt mole, bastard. High mate, dirt mole, and waster. I was hoping there was the potential to buy a Starjack and free them, but there isn't. Alright, well, at least we tried. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, The Voidborn, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Starjacks.